Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. You're knowing what you are wanting? Are you enjoying the expansion of your desire? Yes. Nice how it keeps expanding. Do you like knowing that you will never get to the end of your desire? Really? So if your desire feels good to you, you know what that means. That means you are in the close vicinity of being a vibrational match to your own desire. In other words, when you want something that you doubt, you're not a vibrational match, are you? So when your desires are irritating to you, I felt better before I knew I wanted that. That means there's discord in your vibration, doesn't it? Do you know why you can feel discord? Do you know what the elements of that are? It's a relativity thing. It's a relationship thing, because you are, without exception, extensions of source energy. You came into this physical time-space reality as an extended version of source, and the vibration of that source energy is always present in your experience, always offering a vibrational signal which you might be a match to, depending upon what you're thinking about and how you're feeling, and you might not. If you're a match to it, then you feel really good. You have clarity, vitality, eagerness. But if you're not in the moment a match to that source energy part of you, we refer to it as your inner being. If you're not a vibrational match to that, if you're not in the vicinity of it because of something that you've been focused upon, then you experience the opposite of that, you see. So this source energy is extending itself to you all day, every day. And to the degree that you allow it or expect it, expectation is a very powerful word. To the degree that you expect it, to that degree you feel the alignment of it. So your emotions are your simple and absolute indication of what you've got going on vibrationally. Do you know that you are a vibrational being first and foremost, and that you live in a universe that is vibrational? Everything is vibrational, and you are so good at translating vibration into what you call your perception of this life experience that you don't even know you're doing it. You just say, well, this is reality. And we say, it's your perception of reality. It's your translation of the vibration of reality. And you often say, but I talk with others and we're in agreement. And we say, we know that. We know that you hang around together and you focus upon what others are doing and you develop your beliefs. The belief is just a practiced vibration. But what we really want you to come away from this gathering understanding in a way you have never understood it before is that you are, without exception, an extension of source energy, and that you have the ability, with far less effort than you think, to stay in steady alignment with that source energy. Sometimes when you really, really, really want something and you ask for it in a very strong way, but you're not a vibrational match to what you're asking. In other words, you don't believe it at all. You want to be aligned with goodness, but you don't believe in your own goodness. Or you want to be aligned with prosperity, but you don't believe in your own prosperity, or maybe in prosperity in general. When you really want something and you're not in alignment with it, there's a very strong tug of war. And often you assume that that means that someone else is doing something to you. And that is never the case, because there is no assertion in this attraction-based universe. There is only a source of pure positive energy which you are in alignment with in any given moment or not. And the way you feel is your indication of how well you're lined up with that. We like talking with you about the laws of the universe. We like reminding you that this universe is based upon attraction, which means you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And when you look at something and say yes, you attract it into your experience because of your attention and your steady vibration about this thing you want. But when you look at something and you say no to it, you're doing the same thing. You're saying no, but you're vibrationally saying yes to this thing I do not want. So it's all about focus, but it's about feeling your way as you're focusing, isn't it? So here you are, leading edge creators, dynamic more than you even realize, backed up by source energy all the way, all day, every day. And you are sifting through the variety of your time-space reality. And as you sift through it, you come to conclusions about what you want, because you never know more clearly what you do want than when you're focused upon something that you don't want. This focus helps you to know that. So you're launching these vibrational preferences or askings or desires all day, every day. And vibrationally, you are expanding because of them. Because the source energy part of you is taking that expansion and holding steady the vibrational frequency of every bit of expansion that you carve out, holding it as a vibrational standard for you to feel your way to. We want you to feel with us today what that powerful knowing of your inner being means, because law of attraction is responding to that vibrational point of view. That means you've got an inner being who is summoning on your behalf, who is orchestrating circumstances and events, who is calling to this vibrational evolved being that you are, calling all cooperative components to that. The question is, are you in the moment of thinking whatever you're thinking, saying whatever you're saying, doing whatever you're doing, are you a vibrational match to that? Are you yourself a cooperative component to your own powerful attraction? Are you getting the sense of this? Well, this powerful attraction is this summoning, this current, this undeniable current. Oh, you can deny it, but you feel bad when you do. This powerful current is what we are wanting you to understand is your path of allowing, or in human terms, sometimes an easier way for you to hear it is, it's the path of least resistance. In other words, that's your source calling you home to who you are, calling you to the fullness of who you are. And when you don't go because of beliefs that hinder, because you're focused sometimes upon conditions that are keeping you from going, then you hinder your own movement in your path of least resistance. So we're talking about that today with you, if you want. We want to help you understand that this path of least resistance is the easiest path. It's a path of clarity. It's the path of abundance. It's the path of joy. It's the path of being who you are, and no other path will do. Nothing else is like being in alignment with who you really are. So we are eager to speak with you about anything that matters to you. We want you to know that without exception, we know who you are in vibrational terms, who you have become, not just because of who you were coming in, but as who you have become as a result of being here for a while. So we know who you are vibrationally, and we know where you stand in vibrational relationship to that. So everything we say here today is with one intention, and that's to help you become more aware of your path of least resistance, because coming together with you is the answer to everything you want. It's the answer to how you feel. And isn't that a nice thing? Do you know that everything that you want, whether it's a pile of money or a relationship or a circumstance or an event, everything that you want is because you believe in the having of it, you will feel better. And we want you to know it is finding and feeling and moving in your path of least resistance. That's the key to feeling the way you want to feel, and everything else will just come in response to that. So we've been talking a while about deliberate creation. We've been talking about the law of attraction. We've been talking about how you create your own reality. We've been talking about how you hold a vibration based upon what you're focused upon. Belief's just a thought you keep thinking. So you hold a vibration, and that vibration is your point of attraction. So the question that this gathering wants to help you to ask more clearly and answer is, once life causes you to ask, what are you doing about allowing yourself to be in the receptive mode of the answer? Because we can stand here all day every day, we nearly do, and talk with you about how to get to where you want to be. But if you're not in the receptive mode, you can't hear it, even though we are brilliant. Everything we tell you is law-based, and everything about this universe is too. And so when you get in sync with that understanding, then things begin to work out for you, and you begin to feel your creative control of your own experience exactly as you intended it to be. So as we speak about law of attraction, and as we talk about this path of most allowing, or this path of least resistance, same thing, as we talk about this path of least resistance, sometimes the thing that keeps you from finding yourself easily upon it are conditions that you're focused upon that are different from what you want. You are so good at translating reality. You are so good at giving your attention to what is, not realizing it. We'll wait for you. Velcro is so loud. Not realizing in most cases, it is what it is, isn't it? Not realizing that in most cases that, well, there are just conditions. There just are. There are conditions that just get your attention, and they're not what you want. They get your attention. They interrupt the entire meeting. Certainly not a desired condition. Certainly not. We're having fun with you mostly. So in this world of so much going on around you, and in this world of manifestations happening to you and all around you, because you are so good at translating your life experience through your eyes, through your ears, through your physical senses, these conditions feel primary to you, and you emanate the majority of your vibration in response to them, in response to those conditions. And in doing so, without meaning to, you train yourself into patterns of vibration. And some of those patterns prevent you from moving easily on this path of least resistance. In other words, many of those conditions set up for you path of more and more and more resistance. So we've been saying to you over time, take your attention away from the conditions. We didn't demonstrate that. We did the opposite. We behaved as you do. We look at something unwanted, not you, just your noisy Velcro. We look at something unwanted, give undivided attention to it. You do enough of that, you develop a vibrational pattern that has relativity, it has relevance, it has a relationship with the vibration of your true desire. And that is what equals your guidance system. So what that means is, in every way possible that we can even say it to you, that means that negative emotion always is saying to you, right here, right now, while you're feeling the negative emotion, you are entertaining, you are having your way with, you are giving attention to a subject, a condition, usually, that is causing you to offer a frequency that's in the way of who you really are and all that you want. And so that means just turn your attention away from it. Don't give your attention to unwanted things. Easier said than done, because law of attraction makes those unwanted things really available to you, because law of attraction is bringing to you what is most active in your vibration. So just now, did you hear that pop on the microphone? So unwanted. So do something about it. You see what we're getting at? If you're tripping over a condition again and again and again, it might be a good idea to go somewhere where that condition isn't. That might be a good idea. But we are not wanting to teach you running away from unwanted conditions, because what you usually do, if you're not knowledgeable about the way this all works, is you run away from the condition, but you badmouth it the the whole way. You tell everyone why you left that condition. And even though that condition now is not in your face, the vibration of it still lingers with you, because you take yourself and your opinions about everything everywhere you go. So your opinions about everything really matter. If you've developed an opinion that life is hard, it goes everywhere you go. You trip over it every time you want something good. Every time you ask for an improvement, you trip over your opinion about life being hard. And so what you really want to do is to begin to develop opinions, attitudes, moods that feel good to you. You want to begin looking for the bright side of things. You want to begin talking about what you do want instead of what you don't want. Because when you get fixated upon what you do not want, it will get bigger. It is our promise to you, because law of attraction says that it must. So today we'll be talking about the law of attraction, and we'll be talking a lot about the path of least resistance. And we want to help you to feel with us how valuable it will be to you if you can let current conditions take up less of your attention or your vibrational airtime, while you spend more of your time focused, if you can, as best you can, upon the things that feel better to you. And we'll walk you through it in experience after experience as we spend these hours together. It is our promise to you that you are extensions of source energy, and that life is supposed to be good for you. And if something less than that is happening, it's because you are putting up with more negative emotion than is good for you, because negative emotion, while it's an important indicator, resting in the vibration of unwanted is not good for you, and it is not necessary. And you have the ability to focus yourself much better than you are doing. And today we want to activate that desire within you and show you what to do about it. Sound like a good idea? So what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? You've come with some things. There's a lot of trouble in this room.